Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Dauntless. More specifically, we're going to be going over one of Dauntless's weapons. This time around, it is going to be the hammer. As with all of my Dauntless weapon videos, the intention here is so that you guys can check out the moves of the hammer, so that you can then decide whether or not this is a weapon that you would like to play when Dauntless hits open beta on the 24th. I'm also going to be doing a full hunt at the end of this video so that you guys can really check out the hammer playstyle. Now, what is so special about the hammer? Well, this is not only a hammer, but also a shotgun. Now, if you guys notice on the special gauge this time around, which is below the health and stamina gauge on the upper left-hand side, you will see that we have like an ammunition counter below it. I shot once, now I have 3 shots left. You can then shoot again, and the shooting button is essentially your heavy attack. So as with all of the weapons, the hammer has a light attack and a heavy attack and a special button. Now, I've actually spammed the heavy attack there, causing us to go into a whole nother mechanic. But anyway, we've expended all of our ammunition on the hammer. So using the special button is going to allow us to reload. So I'm going to do that now. But notice that we got like a red indication, which means we did something wrong. Also, our ammunition this time around is yellow. Kind of weird. So let me just spend all this ammunition. So the reload, this game actually has an active reload system, very much in line with what you've seen in games like Gears of War. So basically you want to press the special action button again once the little gauge goes over the square. So pay attention to the top left hand side, reload again, and now we got the best reload. It is faster to reload, and you actually get the proper shells. I believe that the yellow shells probably deal a little bit less damage or something of that nature, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, moving onwards. So what kind of combos can we expect with the hammer? So the combos with the hammer are fairly simple. As a matter of fact, one of the problems with the hammer on the first closed betas was, in my opinion, that it was too simple of a weapon, which is why I started veering off it fairly early on. And they've actually made it one of the most complex weapons in the game now. So first, let's take a look at the combos, which, even though I just said they're fairly simple, it's going to get real complicated real fast. But the basic combo is your light attacks. So you're going to do a 3-attack combo. This is without inputting any directions into the analog stick. This is the attack that you get. It's this little circling around attack. Then the other combo that you can do is you can input a pause in between the first attack and the latter 2 attacks, and that is going to give you a different moveset, like so. Actually, I forgot. You also have to input a direction after that. My bad. So you have to do 1 attack and then move forward, and then there. This is the rising uppercuts, so that is the other attack that you can do. And finally, you can just move forward and spam light attack, and it is going to do this one. So these are the 3 like main combos that you're going to be able to do, but that's not the only thing that the hammer can do. Now, the hammer has a really good gap closer because you can essentially propel yourself forward using the ammunition on the hammer. So if we run and then do a heavy attack, your character is going to be propelled forward. Let me just reload here. Now, the important thing about this is that a lot of people are going to get confused because you're going to start spamming your heavy attack whenever you are running, and you're going to do this. Now, this is not an offensive maneuver, despite the fact that it might look that way. This is actually a defensive maneuver, which is intended for you to get out of a tight spot. If you just spam, you will be able to do like an escape type jump, so that it's basically like just a quick escape. Say the monster's coming at you super fast and you think you're going to take too long to dodge, just spam shots and you'll be able to get away. This is also doable if you are running, and you can spam, but you cannot combo this into an offensive move. However, if instead of spamming the heavy attack, you only press it once, this is a bit of a different attack, and you will notice that our character actually raises the hammer when he does this. That's because from this, you can actually do a plunging attack. So run, heavy attack, and then attack, and there's a plunging. This is a really good move. It particularly allows you to hit the monsters in the head, which does concussive damage. It's really good to trigger KOs and stuff like that. So that is something that you definitely want to consider. Okay? Using this particular move to open your fights, super useful. Also, from here, you can combo into any of the other combos that we talked about earlier. So you can go from here onto your standard forward combo, or even you can go from here into that little circular combo, and you can also go from here into the other combo that I kind of whiffed it. I don't tend to do that combo all that often. Basically, you can go from the jumping attack to any combo that you want. Now, the other thing about the hammer, naturally, is that you can actually shoot the damn thing, right? So, when are you supposed to shoot? Well, shooting can be used as a finisher attack, but not just. So, basically, as a finisher attack, what's going to happen is if you shoot at the end of any of these three combos, your character is going to unload all 4 shots at once into the monster. So, say, for instance, you're doing the standard combo. Now that the combo is done, I spam heavy attack, and he just fires the whole thing. This works with all of the combos. So we're doing the uppercut combo, and there you go. Unloads everything, okay? And the other thing that you can do is you can prime your attacks. So how does that work? Well, whenever you do an attack, if right before the attack finishes, you press the heavy attack button, it will prime your attack and deal increased damage. And this, as far as I can tell at this patch, seems to be the hardest hitting attacks that you can dish out. So basically, if you're able to interweave the priming by pressing the heavy attack button in between each of your combos, you'll be able to prime every attack, dealing massive damage. So like for instance, prime, prime, prime. That's 3 primed attacks. That is a ton of damage. And you guys will notice that you might be left over with 1 ammunition. So like, oops, sorry, with that. Prime, prime, prime. 1 ammo left. You can still shoot it at the end if you want to. But usually that ammunition is there because you will normally start your combo into a monster with a plunging attack. So you're going to be doing jump, prime, 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 and then you'll have basically used up all of your ammunition. Now there's an additional mechanic on top of all of these, which actually allows you to reload at the end of each attack, which is kind of weird for me, but basically all of this stuff uses stamina, so it's not like you can go, oh, I'll just prime and reload, prime and reload, prime and reload, because that is going to consume way too much stamina. But essentially you can reload in a pinch. So say for instance, prime, prime, I'm going to do another attack, and then I'm going to reload. So basically at the end of any attack, if you press your reload button, you're going to do a reload, okay? So just keep that in mind. You can basically do this, prime, reload, and you instantly recover your ammunition. Or, if you want to, you can do like 3 attacks with primed, reload at the end of the last one, and you can even then reload again. You can basically use your attacks to reload, but all of this stuff consumes stamina. This is actually going to become a weapon that is considerably harder to master, because previously in the other betas, all you really did with this weapon was jump, attack, 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 and now unload everything. Actually, I pressed the wrong button. But attack, 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 and now boom. That's what you used to do in the previous beta. So you would just like jump, do 3 attacks, and then unload all of your ammunition. Now it is a whole new ball game. Now my advice for those of you starting out with the hammer is try to just start out with the jumping attack and then priming each of your attacks afterwards. So run, heavy attack, light attack, then prime, prime. And the way that you prime, it is going to require a bit of timing, okay? Because priming is like this: light attack, heavy attack, light attack, heavy attack, light attack, heavy attack, okay? The heavy attack is what primes your attack. so to speak. I know that this might have been a little bit complicated. Let's actually go out into the field and hunt some monsters with this beast of a weapon. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be hunting a Shrike this time around. Now I am going for a bit of a weaker target because I don't have the best of hammers because I haven't had a chance to craft it. Wow. There is a bit of a glitchiness going on there with the friggin' flare lighting. Okay, so let's see if we can actually land a nice little headshot on this guy. Now this is actually a dude that we can boop using the shots of the hammer. He got served right there. Okay, he's gonna do his little combo. Nice. Prime my attacks. I actually whiffed one of the attacks right there. When you're in the middle of the action, it becomes a little bit harder to actually prime every single attack. Not to mention that you're going to be using your stamina, so... As I said, priming your attacks also consumes stamina, so that's another concern that you're going to have. See if we can smack him in the head. Prime. Oof. Almost dodged into it. Basically reloading my weapon after the attacks so that I can see if I can score a little primed action in there. You're gonna go for another one? Yeah, sweet, sweet, sweet. Primed attack on the head. Lovely. Okay, we got 3 primes in there, which is pretty good. Man, the friggin' Warpike's pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to play with it. Looks interesting. Let's reload. Usually at the end of every, like, minor engagement that you've done with a monster, you want to take some time to reload. Always try to keep yourself topped up. Did I get hit by that? Sometimes I've been getting a bit of a glitch here where my character will... Okay, I don't think I can boop this, but I'm gonna try... Ooh, you can. Someone else booped it, not me, but... Solid opening. We got a lot of primed hits in there. Also, I might have spoken a little bit too close to the microphone. Sorry about that. Way. Reload. You guys are beginning to get the picture here. This is basically attack, primed, and then move away and reload. I should have actually hunted an Ember main with this weapon to show you guys the boop the snoot mechanic. This is one of the best weapons for booping. Oof! Did not predict that. Completely whiffed that. That was a good opportunity to boop, by the way. Booping is basically you can interrupt an attack by shooting the monster in the face as he's charging right at you. Oh man, that's how he did it with the Warpike. That is so good. Again, you guys, I've never played with a Warpike, so I don't know. This whole thing about them locking weapons behind a couple of quests is actually something that I'm not a huge fan of. Wow, we are really low on stamina. I was actually trying to score a headshot, and then I fumbled up the prime hit. I used to be so good with the hammer, too. Oh, nice clean headshot. You want to get those headshots because you can confuse... Jesus, this guy's like master booper. He is not messing around. And we're out of stamina, which is good. Okay, let's put away our weapon and let's follow that Shrike. Now, out of the 4 weapons that I've played so far, Axe is hands down my favorite. I still have to try out the Pike, but so far, I think that Axe is definitely my thing. But Hammer, super satisfying as well. Particularly blasting monsters in the face with those primed hits. Nice. Charge, 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 charge. Never mind. I'm trying to see if the Shrike would charge me. I'd love to show it to you guys at least once. Come on, charge me. Nope, he's gonna do that combo, which is a perfect opening for me. There's the enrage. It is so much slower than it used to be. They slowed down the shooting of the hammer. It used to be way faster. Nice, someone got the boop, not me. But this is the animation that you would get. But we did nail that headshot. Which also got a broken piece, I think. I'm dodging way too much. This set cannot sustain the amount of stamina that I'm consuming. There's another crack. Okay, we got 2 broken parts here. Gonna pick these up real quick, even though I don't really need materials for this. I mean, the materials are really only gonna matter after the 24th. And down the Shrike goes. I gotta be honest, this was not the best showcase of Hammer gameplay, but unfortunately the servers are gonna be going down soon, so I'm not gonna be able to get anything much better. We still got an S ranking, but to be honest, we were not that impressive, not by a long shot. I think the reason we got the S ranking is because we landed quite a few headshots with the hammer, which is good, staggers the monster. We broke a couple of parts and stuff like that. But yeah, hammer, really good concussive damage, which is good for stunning, good for staggering. And at the same time, wouldn't you like to have a hammer that is basically a shotgun? Super cool weapon. Probably my second favorite weapon of all the weapons I've played so far. Anyway, as per usual, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, remember, if you like my videos, subscribe, hit the notification icon so that you're actually notified of all the videos. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. And once again, the end slate is coming. If you guys want to watch another one of my videos, you can click on the screen on the relevant video to your liking. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.